Mike Behr. Mike Behr, come on up.
Hey, you gotta read Walker's name on there. Yeah, that's it. No. I went to Louisville. This is my first year really doing like longest and stuff. I did some 70.3s and I thought the time is right. I had no clue, so I reached out to other people, and other people said, do this race, it's not going to be hot, it's going to be great, and plus there's like 800 of us going, so it'll be fun. And I said, ooh, that sounds like, okay, because it was between that race and Chattanooga anyway, so I was like, okay. So I decided to do that race, and yeah. No, I mean, I went through 3 coaches. I don't know if that's just a type A personality or it's just, it is what it is. And I think every coach provided something that I used. So whether it was a swim, run, or biking, they said the bike was hilly, and it was pretty hilly. They gave me a power number. And I kind of understand power, but I kind of don't. But I didn't hit that number. But I wasn't over that number, so it set up for a very good run, I guess. Because my run time was like 4:40, and my open marathon last year was like 4:20 or something like that. So I guess it was right where I was supposed to be. And physically, I wasn't really too concerned. I had some time cutoffs, but every coach said you're not allowed to have time cutoffs. It's your first one. And I'm like, well, what am I doing for if I don't have any time goals? And they're like, to finish. To finish. I'm like, yeah, I want to finish in this time. And it took probably 18 months to get that out of my head that I can't have a time. And then I seen Dana go under 13, and I was like, I can do that. I can do under 13 at this race. And I still wasn't allowed to have a time goal, but secretly that was my time goal. And I don't know, like you said, everything has to go perfect for you to hit your time goal. But when I got on the course, I wasn't really too worried about the time. When I got out of the swim, I didn't know where I was, like time-wise, because I don't look at the watch during the race. I just go with it, except to hit lap or whatever. But the swim seemed like it went fast, and I thought the swim would be the worst part. I guess that's what happens when you swim tons in the winter like I'm doing now. Like right now I'm doing progressive swim, 25, 50s, and 100s every week, and it sucks because now I'm like on 60, 25, 60, 50s, and 60, 100s. That shit takes forever. I don't care who you are. But yeah, I got out, and then we got on the bike, and I'm looking at this number that I'm supposed to be at. It's some kind of a crazy number, like nominal power or something like that. It's supposed to be like 160. I'm at like 149. I'm like, why can't I get this to 160? Why can't I get this to 160? I'm going as hard as I can here. Well, not as hard as I can, but I'm like, I got to get this to 160, but it didn't happen. I think I was 158 or something like that at the end, so it was pretty close. And we got on the run, and this was the part I was concerned about, really, like Greg said, mentally. I just figured all the halves I've done, I broke down usually about halfway. I don't know if that's just lack of going too hard on a bike or just being a wimp and not sucking it up. Probably all the above. Because I like to ride the bike, I like to ride the bike hard. And all the coaches told me, you can't ride the bike hard. You got a marathon after this. You cannot ride the bike hard. And I'm like, well, Tina and Dink ride the bike hard. They run 3:30 marathons. That's my thing. I want to compare myself to all these elite athletes. I'm not elite. I want to be like them, secretively. But it doesn't work for me. But I was really concerned mentally about the run, just where I was. And at some point, I think 6 months out or something, I decided that I was going to do a run walk. Because I always walked anyway. And I noticed my pattern was if I walked, then my race would be over mentally, because I would just shut down and I'd be like, well, I walked. Now I'm screwed. So instead of starting running again, I'd just be like, well, just walk it in, you know. So I'd be like at like an hour and 10 minutes for a 10K after on a 70.3, and then it'd take me like an hour and 20 minutes for the next half, you know. So I was like, well, at some point I decided that I was going to do 3 minutes. Is my time running out? Okay, that's it then. Okay, I just did a 3-minute run and a 30-second walk, and I don't know what it was, but it worked. So that's it. Since my time is up.